What's going on, everybody, and welcome into Talk Birdie. I'm your host, Connor Roundtree. Unfortunately, Spencer is not with us this week, but I got everything locked and loaded for the 3M Open that you need to know. Now, first, we got to do a little Open review. I mean, it was the 150th Open. It was at St. Andrews Old Course. A pretty big deal, some would say. Now, Cam Smith went out rocking the mullet, and he got the job done. I'm so sad Spencer isn't here because he actually rocked the Cam Smith haircut for this tournament. He went out and got a mullet just for this tournament, and Cam Smith went and got it done. Now, while I didn't take Cam Smith last week, I was cognizant of him. I told you guys to look out for him because of the fact his putter is what wins him championships. And he had gained over 6.9 strokes on the field at the Scottish Open, entering the Open last week. So the putter was coming to life, and we saw it on Sunday, and he won that tournament, baby. And as for our best bet, well, we hit Xander Schauffele again inside the top 20. That's consecutive weeks, and the bookies just left it there. Darn right we hit that. You give me even money for Xander Schauffele to finish inside the top 20? He hasn't finished outside of the top 20 since the Masters in April. I'll take that every day, all day to the bank. Now let's get into the 3M Open, folks, at TPC Twin Cities. A par 71, 7,431 yards, just 15 miles north of Minneapolis and St. Paul, Minnesota. This course features a ton of water. In fact, there are 99 separate hazards according to CBS. 99 separate hazards. One of the signature holes is a high risk, high reward. It's the par 4 7th. Basically, you can take out the big dog and let it eat, go for the green. Maybe give yourself a chance at a bird of prey on the card. Or you can lay it up and play it safe. Or you can go for it with the big dog and end up in the water and have a triple bogey on your card and be out of the tournament just like that. Now, Cameron Champ, he won for the third time on the PGA Tour last year with a final round 5 under 66. And that bogey-free Sunday, man, that proves that power and precision off the tee is an asset at this track. Take those hazards out of the way by hitting over them, by overpowering them. Cameron Champ did that last year. And one thing to note, we're going to get into Cameron Champ later. He's 60-1. Cameron Champ has finished inside the top 5. Well, we're going to get into it now. Cameron Champ has finished inside the top 5 just 3 times in his PGA Tour career. All 3 of those are wins. This guy is boom or bust. And you're giving me him at a track at 60-1 where he's a proven entity? Where we've seen the boom? Granted, he hasn't worked out all that well for us this year on this platform, but I'm looking at Cameron Champ and I'm going, darn. That is a good looking spot. That's a good looking sleeper pick. And it's not necessarily a sleeper pick at 60-1, but he's going to be our sleeper pick this week because I think the bookies are sleeping on him at the fact they're giving you the former reigning champion who is known to be as volatile as heck, who has a proven track history here at 60-1. Yeah, I'll take that. Let's get into the favorites, folks. Tony Fenow leads the field. He's the favorite, and he's been solid as of late. He's made 10 out of his last 11 cuts with a top 30 in 5 out of his last 6 starts. But at 14-1, I'm not running to the window to hit Tony Fenow. I think he'll be in contention, and he matches up nicely with this track. He really does. He's shown some success here in the past. His long power game, it'll look good at this track, but I'm not sold on Tony Fenow getting a win this week, and I can't pay 14-1 for that. As for Hideki, he's next up, and in theory, this should be for a great spot for him as well, but he's been struggling as of late, so I'll also be avoiding Hideki. And then Sungjae Im, well, he's my fade of this week. Well, I'm telling you, yeah, we should probably avoid the other two. There is some positive that could come out of there. Tony Fenow or Hideki can turn it on at any time. Sungjae Im, on the other hand, he's lost over 10 strokes with his putter at the Open, and he's missed 2 out of his last 3 cuts. He's 18-1. Man, you cannot be betting that. If you bet Sungjae Im, that's like you got to stop. That's where there's a problem. I don't care if you're a Sungjae Im fan. Do not be betting Sungjae Im when he's missed 2 out of his last 3 cuts and gave up over 10 strokes to the field with his putter just last week. Moving up the odds chart now is Davis Riley. I like him at 22-1. I really, really like him. He's placed in the top 15 in 6 out of his last 8 tournaments, and he didn't compete at the British Open, so I think he'll be well rested. He really knows how to get the ball close to the pin. Like, this guy on approach he just throws darts. And that could be so important this week. So I really think Davis Riley is worth a look and possibly a sprinkle. Next up is Cam Davis. Back-to-back top 8 finishes and 3 top 8s in his last 5 starts at 25-1. I love Cam Davis. My first ever winning golf pick was actually taking Cam Davis when he got his first ever PGA win. I think that kind of makes us, I don't know, joined at the hip in our little respective careers. Well, I mean, he's a professional golfer and I'm a loser in my mom's basement, but hey, there's some correlation there. Anyway, Cam Davis, 25-1. I'll be moving on. I don't actually live in my mom's basement. Brendan Steele. Look, you've got to drive it well at TPC Twin Cities, and we've been talking about that. We talked about Cam Smith. We talked about Tony Fenow. Sorry, Cam Champ. We talked about Tony Fenow. Steele is perennially one of the best drivers of the golf ball on tour. Like, he really is. John Rahm, Cameron Young, and Rory McIlroy are the only 3 players on tour this season that have gained more strokes off the tee. He's got 2 top 10s in his last 3 starts. He's feeling the heat, and I like when guys feel the heat. I like when guys are coming in with momentum, especially when they shape up nicely for the course. At 33-1, Brendan Steele, more than likely, I'll be doing much more digging on him before we release our pick package, but more than likely we'll be having a sprinkle on Brendan Steele. Adam Long has 3 straight top 25 finishes and finished second here in 2020. And look, at 35-1, that's another good spot for another long hitter. I really like Adam Long's game, and I think he can bring something to this track that could possibly overpower it. And again, he's got the proven track history at 35-1. There's lots of guys in that 33, 35-1 range, 30 to 40-1 range that are really good this week, and that's really where I'll probably be playing most of my money from a betting standpoint. Adam Svensson. I really want to get into Adam Svensson a little bit later as our best bet, but he has 4 straight top 25s and finished 15th here in 2019. Course history, playing solid golf. Maybe not for a win, but Adam Svensson, there's definitely something that you can look at there to have a profitable weekend by playing off of Adam Svensson. We've had Spencer on the show before. He used to play with Svensson, said he's a fiery guy. I love when fiery guys get going and get going strong. I just said that about Brendan Steele. So Svensson playing well. Very, very emotional guy by the sounds of it. Let's go with Adam Svensson in one of these spots coming up here. And Nick Hardy, he has the second most strokes gained on the field over the past 36 rounds. I was high on him on the John Deere Classic. He didn't get it done there, but he's 40-1 here. Nick Hardy will definitely be one of my picks this week. Most strokes gained against the field over the last 36 rounds. Second most strokes gained, pardon me. Yeah, that's always good. He's a tenacious guy. When that flat stick gets going, he's tough to beat. So I like Nick Hardy. And now getting into our sleeper pick, I kind of already said it. Cameron Champ. You can't underestimate Cam Champ at 60-1. As I said before, he only has 3 top 5s in his PGA career. 3 wins. So he either wins or he doesn't even crack the top 5. Let's go. Let's put a little sprinkle on Cam Champ at 60-1 for the win. Yeah, that's worth a little bit of a sprinkle. And here's a fun one for you folks. Our best bets of the tournament. So we're going to do a first round best bet for you just because Spencer was so close with hitting Rory last week, was just 1 player off from winning that first round leader. I like Wyndham Clark as a first round leader this week at 65-1. He finished T5 here 3 years ago, and in recent starts, he shot a 63 in the first round in Canada and a 66 in Hartford. And he's currently 8th on the PGA Tour this season in first round scoring average. Look, it's a home run shot, but it's a pretty darn good one. So at 65-1, I think that's a nice little big payday, if you will, if you're willing to make that sprinkle. And then here's my best bet of the week. Let's try to go for the three-peat here. I know we've been riding Xander Schauffele, but another even money bet here that I absolutely love. Adam Svensson, I said he was 33-1 to win. 4 top 25s in his last 4 starts. And he finished 15th here in 2019. He's paying even money to place top 30, pardon me. So even money for a top 30 finish for a guy with 4 consecutive top 25s that has a course history here with a top 15 finish. Yeah, I'll definitely be taking that. Folks, remember, all of our picks here on Sports Tree, all of our golf picks are brought to you by the Bogey Club. That best bet of the week, Adam Svensson, that's brought to you by the Bogey Club. Make sure you check him out. Premier Golf Simulator and Lounge. Folks, our new website will be ready this September. You'll be able to sign on, download all the picks through the website. It's going to be absolutely awesome. You'll be able to play bracket challenges in your favorite leagues to get your favorite teams to win a championship and win some cash courtesy of us. Not to mention that we'll have our trivia questions back when we're back on air so you guys can get in to win chances to see your favorite teams play live. Folks, I'm Connor Roundtree. We'll talk birdie to you next time.